Story time. It's story time. So it was another night for me before I went to sleep this morning. I didn't know what I was gonna. I don't know. I was completely blank. And when I woke, I was like, I'll wake up tonight. I'll go on vibes. I'll just see what I'm feeling like. And I woke up tonight and went, I don't know what I'm streaming. And I thought of some options, but none of them were like really like, oh yeah, I really want to do that, right? I guess I might as well just start running while we're doing this. None of it really felt right, so I started thinking about subscriptions. Notice, thank you for the subscription, for the Prime. Love to see it. Twitch is doing the double ad thing again. What can you do? What can you do? I already played ads. They're gonna play ads again because they fucking feel like it. Nerdist doesn't have to see ads. So that's pretty sick. Yeah, thank you so much for the Prime. It is appreciated. So I started thinking about taking the night off. I was like, I think I'm gonna just take the night off and strategize. and try to and start figuring out what I'm gonna do over the next couple of nights. Because I mentioned briefly yesterday that I didn't really want to start Sonic Frontiers yet because it's like kind of a commitment, right? And a number of things that I was thinking about doing, I was kind of like, wow, they're giving me shitty challenges right now. I'm not into this. What the fuck do you mean that one's not reset yet? Or that one? Hello? So anyway, I was close to taking the night off. And I started planning, okay, what am I gonna do with my night off? And that's when I was like, well, I want to play more Speed Simulator. I'd like to play some more Splatoon Raiders. I'd like to play some more World of Warcraft. I would like to, I've been talking to a friend about a potential, I'd say a collab idea, but he doesn't stream. Is that still considered a collab? I don't know. I was talking briefly to him about that, and I was like, maybe I'll do some research on that. I do gotta do a grocery order at some point, which is the only thing that's not relevant in this particular instance. But as I was sitting here listing off all these things, I was like, if I'm just gonna be sitting here playing video games all night anyway, I might as well just stream it. And that's when it kind of clicked, where I was like, fuck the content, to be honest. I was like, what if I just did a stream that was less about the content, less about making an episode and a playthrough, and more about just hanging out and playing video games, because that's what I'm going to do anyway. And so here we are. We're going to give it a shot. Variety night. I'm just going to do whatever the fuck. Whatever the fuck. Whatever the fuck. And for now, that's just Speed Simulator, because game's fun. Fun, brain off game. I will probably go back to Splatoon Raiders after this, because I do want to play more of that as well. But I do think that's going to get really grindy, and not be great for an entire stream. Really, what I should start learning to do is do they call them markers on Twitch? I think you can. I think you can basically segment the VOD while you're streaming, and then when I start pushing the VODs to YouTube, I can push them as separate VODs like pretty easily. I should probably learn to do that. And hell, maybe that'll be one of the things tonight, because then I could still put these up on YouTube as in their individual playlists, just in case anything interesting happens. Just in case something crazy happens in Splatoon, and I'm like, oh, I would still like to have this on that playlist, but I don't want people looking for Splatoon to have to sit through 3 hours of Speed Simulator first, you know? So yeah, maybe I will look into that in a section, in a second, after I get these challenges done. Alright, I'm just gonna go off of memory. So there was a generator one, so let's get over to Emerald Hill. And maybe this will be a good excuse for... I've been talking about that I picked up a Pokemon speedrun during the week of GDQ. And I had been looking for an opportunity to stream that, but the problem with that is that... You know what? I changed my mind. I want Lost Valley music. The problem with that is it's like a 3.5 hour run, which means it's not really going to fit nicely into two runs a stream. Which means the obvious way of doing it would be to also play something else that night. Whether that's a different speedrun entirely, or just a bit of this, or, you know, whatever. Okay, let's pop these generators. How's everyone doing, by the way? I'm through. Story time is over. I'm now going to be blowing up generators for the next 30 generators. Getting very close to another rebirth, so that's good. Oh, this works out. Yeah, because I'm about to hit 63. I think that's the level I needed. Okay, so there might be a surprise after this. That's exciting. Or at least I think it's exciting. There's not a generator over there. Oh, god damn it, Theo. Ape Escape's almost mastered, and you started 14 today. Yeah, I think I saw that there's already a patch planned, because apparently, like, the load times are really bad or something. Fuck it, if I keep doing these variety nights, maybe that could be a thing. They'll just be like, let's just fucking play Final Fantasy XIV, apparently. Vibe-based content. That's probably what the kids would be calling it. Ugh. I really wish there was a break. Or at least you could stomp and just immediately stop. That would be nice. Because I find myself instinctively doing it. Constantly. Is teal more of a shade of green or a shade of blue? So, for some reason, that one's much easier to me on a color science level. And I might be talking out of my ass here, but it makes sense to me, so I'm just gonna say it. It's more of a shade of green because there is yellow in it. Does that make sense? There's blue and there's yellow, but as soon as you start mixing the two, it becomes green, regardless of how much of the other is in it. And that same could be said for, like, chartreuse. Like, chartreuse is, like, a green, even though you could argue, well, it's kind of yellow. No, because there's blue mixed in there. That is now green. I think the tricky thing is that pink is like this weird outlier, so that's why magenta became so difficult. Because it wasn't as simple as just mixing red and blue. It obviously is, but it kind of isn't. And there's plenty of colors that are divisive. Like I said, chartreuse. Blood orange. Fuchsia. Although that's pretty similar to magenta, let's be real. Indigo. Well, it's a little orange. It's not very orange. That might be the betrayer of the rule, is what I was just saying about green, is that, like, that would probably be considered more of a red. Hell, while we're at it, our white and black colors. Some people would say no. I would say yes. Because I look at things from a character design perspective. I kind of hate when I have this many challenges, because I have no idea how many generators I need, because the thing is just not updating. Because there's other things updating. Cool, actually do a level 9 world boss with beginners. Yeah, I could see that. Dude, does the Switch 2 version, like, have its own servers? Like, are you exclusively playing with other Switch 2 players, or is it just the same server as everything else? I think my big concern with jumping into 14 is I remember the last time I tried to jump into 14 that the first, like, hour was really rough. Like, between the take a tour around town so we can show you where everything is, and story that I just didn't give a shit about yet, and I was like, I just want to play the game, bro. Like, could I just play the game, please? And I don't know if that's changed. How long it went on for. It wasn't like, it didn't like dominate the night or anything, but I think it did come up a couple other times. I don't know how early it was that I went back to the lobby and got the purple ink, and I was like, this is closer to magenta than the pink is. I don't know if that was before you left or not. So oh! I didn't know this was here. I've found one of these, and this was the surprise I was talking about. But I didn't know this one was here. So what's Lost Valley Classic? So is this, like, the version that was in, like, the original release of the game and they completely redid the zone at some point, maybe? World 3. Battle Network mentioned? I mean, it seems pretty empty, so I'm guessing that that's what this is that this is, like, the original version before they, like, started heavily revamping the game. It's cool. Oh, I do have the rebirth ready. I wonder if there's a Green Hill Classic that I just hadn't discovered yet. So I'm guessing that's, like, the portal to the next area, but it doesn't function anymore. Doesn't seem like there's any events here or anything. So this is kind of just here to be like, yeah, it's there if you want to fuck around. Which is neat. I wonder if I can teleport here. Ooh, that's what that's for! I didn't even know I could warp to these. That's extremely helpful. Holy fuck. I had no idea these were over here. I knew that there was... If I pushed L here, that this was blank before. So I thought that was just glitchiness. Interesting. Alright, let me go back to Lost Valley because I still have generators to get. Oh, what's the mini event? I think there was another one earlier this year. It was another memorial or something. Alright, I'm gonna give this a minute. Clear those challenges off the screen for me, please and thank you. Part of the game is defending the mother computer? I don't remember. Those games kind of blur together since I played them all back to back to back to back to back to back. To back? Was that enough backs? I don't know. Alright, so I needed 5 more generators. Road trip themed. I guess it's that time of the year. That makes sense. I mean, Battle Network 2 is the one where he's, like, traveling around the world, so... Makes sense. That's the one with the airplane, where it's like, oh boy, the airplane is hooked up to the internet. What could possibly go wrong? What did I get the rings for? I didn't finish the generators yet. Oh, it was maybe steps. That was generators, I'm pretty sure. But for good measure. There's just something to be said about picking up these long chains of just... It's like blue spheres in Sonic Mania Special Stage energy. Makes me happy. Okay, I don't think we need any more of those. Let me see. Take steps. Rail grind points. I haven't even fought Super Neo Metal Sonic, so that's kind of neat. Hoverboard tricks, close glitches, pop balloons. Okay. Now I know I can fucking do this. This is cool as shit. Super Neo Metal Sonic boss. Hey, actually, you got the lyrics this time. Maybe? It's like it might be the same battle, he just has way more health. What game is this even? What is this even from? Like, where did he actually become Super Neo Metal Sonic? Was that like... Did he do that in the comics? I forget. Because he doesn't do that in Heroes. And he is like the first arc in the comics, so... Gotta reach inside of me. Gotta take my energy. Let me show you just what I'm made of. This is gonna take a while. My boy has a lot of health. Oh. Oh. What am I getting ready for? Mash, jump, or spin to fight them. Bitch. That helps. I mentioned, I don't think this is Crush 40's best track. I think Live and Learn is their best track, but I think this is my favorite. Still can't loop properly, huh? You just don't know how. This is actually like a pretty decent, like, supersonic boss. Like, if this was in a main game, it would be fine. Damn, it does 2,000 damage. Yeah, and that's Mecha Sonic that goes super in Sonic and Knuckles. I think he does do this in the comics. I think that is a thing. I wonder if I'm getting credit for the normal Metal Sonic, Neo Metal Sonic fight. Bonus points earned. What does that mean? I'm sad that they fixed the glitch where I was just becoming Supersonic until I switched characters again. Skirt. Alright. Next. Rail grinds, balloons, sky rings. The glitches is kinda gonna suck, and the tricks are probably gonna suck. Yeah, this guy. I still have to do a lot of damage to him. Okay. Travel me. Real quick. Secret. So again, now I'm wondering if there's a Green Hill Classic. Which would be wild if I've spent that much time in that area and haven't found it. I feel like these classic versions of the stages definitely don't flow as well. Oh man. That's gonna be hard to do. And I feel like there's probably some lunatic that's like, oh, the original zones were better. I did look up a video. I wonder what these are about. Like, I wonder what these were for, because both stages have had them now. I looked up a video for, like, top Roblox games. Or top Sonic Roblox games. And it went about as well as you'd expect. They all looked really bad. And then I turned off the video about halfway through. Because it was in like tier list format. It was like rating every Sonic Roblox game. Which was also like, there's so many. I don't know how they only rated like a dozen, but they put this one on the list and they gave it a C rank. While the other games looked horrible. So, like, you know that someone is probably like, oh, these original zones are better. Like, all the other games, like, didn't have, like, set pieces. It was just like floating gray blocks platforming kind of stuff. Or just like they had the assets from Sonic Generations with none of the textures on. Like it was all like really lazy looking and just... And I was like, what do you mean you're giving this like an A rank? Like what's going on here? Alright, I'm gonna let this happen for a second, and I'm gonna look into that Twitch marker thing. The fuck do you mean? Oh my god. Stream markers timestamp tool used during your live broadcast to tag specific moments. It helps broadcasters and editors easily find, clip, or highlight those exact points later in the VOD timeline without scrubbing through hours of footage. Use the add stream marker quick action panel. Oh, I just don't have that turned on then. Or just slash marker followed by an optional description directly into your channel's chat. Oh yeah, look at that, add stream marker. I'll try that then, and I'll see how that works. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of reused assets. Reused music. It does seem like they kind of gave some fans access to their entire asset database and said, like, just have fun. But I think you can tell that the developers, like, are very... They know their stuff. They are fans, for sure. And ultimately, like... I think a lot of it for me is just the movement's very satisfying. I think it's just, like, fun to run around and, like, pick up the things. It's very brain off. Now, on that note, it does kind of lack the set pieces of... Oh, it was the umbrella that I saw. I thought I saw, like, I thought it was, like, a music note or something, because I saw a glowing yellow thing, and it was like, what was that? Like, yeah, you're not gonna have, like, the big, iconic, memorable moments that the main games are gonna have, like... I don't really know how to describe that, but you probably know what I mean, right? I'm sure everyone who has a Sonic game, who has played a Sonic game, or many of them, has, like, memorable moments from the games that's like, oh yeah, remember this moment, and then other people are gonna be like, oh yeah, that was sick. And this game doesn't really have that. I think it's, like, honestly a great example of how, like, open world just isn't the end-all solution that a lot of people think it seems to be. Because I think there's still something to be said about getting to the end of the stage. Like, clearing the stage, completing the stage, going to the next stage, and that's something that open world just doesn't have. I mean, this still kind of does, because you still unlock the other worlds, but still... Like we talked about, it's cool that, like, when's the next time you're going to be able to get to play as a lot of these characters in this context? And I mean, a lot of the characters are kind of samey. But, like, I realized yesterday. I mentioned mid-stream because I was running it on my phone, but, like, I have Wave here. You can't play as Wave outside of a racing game, period, I'm pretty sure. Well, I guess she's probably in Rumble, too, now, but still. Aw, man. I think very, very highly of this game. I did do the whole rating thing the last time we played it. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. I think if it had just... It could easily be nudged up to a 5. Or a 4, rather. I don't think I would... I mean, like, any game could theoretically be a 5, but with enough work put in. But I think with just a couple of tweaks... Oh, I also found out you can zoom the camera out last night. That's kind of nice. I do often find, like, the camera is too close. This is, like, more of... Like, this feels even more like Sonic Adventure now. But I feel like if it actually had, like, stages you were playing through with, like, bosses and, like, even a bare basic storyline, that would probably put it up to a 4 for me. If there was a little less jank, if there was stuff like... If the music loops were better and stuff like that. And a lot of that is probably the fault of Roblox, and there's nothing that can be done about it. But it still is a downside. Yeah, I mean, the video I even watched said something about, like, there's so many Sonic games on Roblox that I think it was an obvious choice for Sega to be like, what if we just make an official one? Because, like, the audience is obviously there. And yeah, hopefully that is a thing, that kids are discovering it, Sonic, through this. Or other free mobile games. Which, realistically, Roblox is old enough at this point that it's... You know, there are probably kids that grew up playing Roblox and Sonic games on Roblox who are now adults. Whether we want to admit that or not, because it makes us feel old, but it's probably true. You realize why idle games are so appealing? Yeah, idle and incremental in general. And yeah, I've been like... I don't think the game tracks how many hours you have played, but like it has to be pretty high for me, because I've definitely been running it idle, either on the Xbox or on my phone. And just letting them farm rebirths while I'm doing other stuff. And at this point, it doesn't really mean anything, because I don't have to get any more rebirths to unlock any more stages. What am I doing? I have to do tricks. 200 tricks is fucking annoying. Do I really want to do that? Like, that's gonna take a while. What else did I have to do? Glitches? And then what was the last one I had? Sky rings. Okay. The tricks are gonna be kind of annoying. I realized as well that on the note of free games, they're making a card collecting RPG called Sonic Blitz. And I kind of want to stall the marathon as long as possible because I would like to play that within the marathon when it comes out. But it's one of those things that's been in, like, test markets for, like, 3 years, and it's like, Jesus, when's it actually gonna come out? Should I just finish this while I'm here? I need 25 more animals. What are the other objectives here? I still have to get a bunch of these air capsules. You could really see how difficult this thing is to control. Collect scrap in the races. You're just air. I already have Stinky. Yeah, it's done. Okay, I think... I mean, I'm gonna have to do the races anyway. I have to very specifically collect scrap with this one. And on that note, since I don't have any more objectives right now, aside from, like, completing the side events, I am kind of at risk of hitting that point of, like, there's not gonna be anything more to do. Aside from just grinding Rebirth for no reason. I might, at some point, like, look up, like, the Wikipedia for the game to see if there's anything else that I'm, like, that I missed. That's like, oh, you can go do this event if you know it's here. I'm almost done with the scrap on the hoverboard. I'm gonna finish that this race, actually. Cool. Cool, cool. I did not watch the Fire Emblem Direct. I don't know if I'm terribly interested in this one. I realized with this one that the Fire Emblem's games are very... And I know I'm overusing this statement tonight, but I feel like the Fire Emblem games are very vibe-based to me. I seem to know when they announce the game if I'm gonna be into it or not. Like, an Awakening was announced, and I was like, oh, this looks cool. Fates was announced, and I was like, this looks awful, I don't want it. And then I was just like, that was just it. Three Houses was announced, and I was like, this looks cool. Engaged was announced, and I was like, this looks cool. And then this one was another one that I was like, nope, I'm not feeling it. This isn't the one. Okay, I have to go to Metro City. Hey Riley, how you doing? I don't have to go to Metro City, but I want to see what the next objective is. I did see clips of the one character has a fucking gun or something. At least I assume those were real. I saw multiple of them, so they looked pretty real. Boost 100 times on the Extreme Gear hoverboard. I'm gonna have to do tricks here as well, so... Alright, well, I'm gonna want to go back to the skate park. 100%. Or just do more races, but... I don't want to do the races, because I'm gonna have to do those anyway once I get to that final step to beat Jet. But on the other hand, am I gonna do that today? Like, am I gonna get all of the boosts and all of the tricks tonight? Probably not. Adding guns is a pretty interesting idea. It's getting more and more like fucking Persona. Oh, I can even access the... I can even access this here. How does it look? Does it look like... Are we excited for it? When's that coming out? It is this year, right? The annoying thing here is the more I boost, the less scrap I'm going to be picking up. I do still need scrap. And air. No, I don't want to. I guess there's scrap up here, that's fine. Yeah, there was that random shit in Three Houses where they were launching missiles, and it was, like, never fucking explained. At least not in the playthrough I did. So I guess it's it's kind of an expansion of that. Aw, man. It's next month. Yeah, it's probably gonna be a pass for me. But I hope it's good. I don't think it looks bad, it's just... not my vibe. A lot of it is that I don't really like a lot of the character designs. Which is honestly the same thing with Fates. I thought all the character designs... I still think all the character designs in Fates look awful. There's like 3 that are pretty good, and the rest are like... a master class in over designing characters. Oh, you do lose momentum eventually. I didn't know that. Oh yeah, I might as well just wait on tricks if I'm gonna have to do those later. Last 5 minutes when I introduced a character that hadn't been seen before and said they were the real protagonist of the game. That seems like a wild pull, yeah. You said the gameplay looks good and the story looks very iffy. I mean, let's be honest. How many Fire Emblems have, like, great storylines? Like, great storylines. I think at best, they're, like, passable. I think they're more... For me, I think the interest is more in, like, the character interactions and such than the storylines themselves. I feel like the villains often fall flat. I was not recognizing this music, but now that I hear it with headphones on, I think this is from Superstars, isn't it? There are multiple characters spawned here for some reason. That doesn't seem quite right. Alright, so I need data discs here. For whatever reason, this is like a clone of Cyber Station? Which is why I came here, because I need to close glitches. And they are here, although I'm not seeing any. Also, these enemies are really fucking annoying. Bro. So maybe I should just do it in Cyber Station. That might be a better idea. Especially because I'm not seeing any glitches so far. Hold on, though. I'm gonna have to close glitches after this anyway. I don't really feel like running around and collecting data discs right now. I mean, if I can find a decent loop where I'm not being bullied by the crabs, this might not be so bad. Yeah, I think even if I was to have a Fire Emblem itch, I would probably just go back and play Three Houses again or something. Or Three Hopes, which I guess isn't quite a Fire Emblem itch, it's more of a Warrior's itch. I guess if I kind of veer away from the crabs, they won't hit me. And just go fast enough. They're trying. That set might be a bit of a problem, but... I'm not getting double event credit now all of a sudden. I wonder if they broke that or something. let's, Did I get trails? From what? Oh, what's this one? Oh, it's from the... I understand. Let's, I'm gonna unequip these really quick. So now I don't have the extra events, so those were... Yeah, one each. And then this guy should give me +1, so I should be getting 2 each now. No, it's just, like, not counting here. No, I think I was still getting... Were there 4 or 8 there, or 6 there? No, I'm still getting... For some reason, it just doesn't work here. That's frustrating. I did learn something interesting about these. When it says gives 100% of best stats, 90% of best stats, what it means is it's duplicating your highest level friend. Because, like, the Coco is actually my highest one now. So those all have that stat instead. I still don't really like those, though, so I haven't been using them. Stop. Yeah, I guess the final event is the Rabbit Sonic. Which isn't too surprising, because it was in Superstars as well. Which was fun. There's been more surprising things in this game, I think. This one is technically stronger than this one now, but I like this one more. I'm in a unique position here with the challenges because they're all... I can multitask, but I can't multitask yet. So I'm kind of forced to grind some of these out. Realistically, I still have, like, a number of events to finish. So there's still plenty to do, but a lot of them are going to be, like, kind of grindy. So I've been kind of putting off doing them. Been waiting for challenges to line up and be like, I'll do it while I'm doing this. Like, the tornado mission was very, like, I'll do that whenever I have missions for both Badniks and Skyrings, and now that one's almost done, because I've just been chipping away at it slowly. Yeah, up to 400. Did I go so fast that the discs didn't respawn yet? That's not great. Wow, another one. I have like 13 of these now. I did figure out what to do with those. There's a trading hub where you can basically, like, make a stall and then put stuff up to sell for red rings to other players. I'm waiting until next week, though, because then you won't be able to get this skin anymore. Like, then it'll be, like... Because then the rotation in the shop is gonna switch. So I figure then it's gonna be rarer. And not necessarily sell for more, although that's true too, but more just sell faster. But it doesn't look like you have to, like, stay in the shop. I think you can set it up and then leave, and then go back later to see if you've sold anything. But I also don't know how to price anything. I guess it's just look at what other people are selling and adjust accordingly. I mean, for me, it's not... I have 40,000 red rings, so it's kind of like, I don't really care how much I get for them. I just want them to go to someone who would want them, you know what I mean? Okay, so now we close glitches. Yeah, exactly. See what they're selling for and then undercut. Exactly. Fuck. Which I do that in World of Warcraft a lot, but, like, it's not even to, like, necessarily undercut them. It's more that I just want it to go, you know? I don't... Something I don't like about, like, playing the auction house is having to repost... You can only keep things posted on the auction house in WoW for 2 days, and then you have to repost it. Which is just tedious. And I don't want to do it. I just fucking... Just go. I just want to sell it. I want to be rid of it. But most of the times I just put it up for, like, when you list something in World of Warcraft, the default price is just what the current lowest price on the auction house is, and I usually just default to that. Unless there's, like, tens of thousands of listings, and I'm like, nah, I want this to go faster than that. I think I gotta actually do more, like, platforming and exploring here to find glitches. Or I just won't find any. That's also fine. jackpot. Maybe not a jackpot, but... I'm gonna assume this is like... Does anyone know? I think this is like a bonus stage from Superstars or something. Because it sounds familiar, but not familiar enough for me to place it. Which tells me that it's like a bonus stage that I didn't really engage with a whole lot. Or for some reason I'm getting the vibe of it's that shoot 'em up section, the Fantasy Zone part in Superstars. It's because it feels like shoot 'em up music, I guess. I don't really know how to explain that. You either know or you don't, I guess. I'm not gonna try to do all these glitches now. I'm gonna try to get the challenge done, and that's it. I'm not gonna go for all 200. Oh wait, what else did I unlock here? Right, I have more pets, more flickies, probably. Yes. Let's level these boys up. I'm getting close to, well, maybe not close, but we're on the road to 1 trillion rings, which is kind of crazy. Riley, we get it. You look forward to everything in Crosswords. You don't have to keep reminding us. This isn't news. Play something else. Like, I'm sorry, I get so sick of hearing about Crossworlds every goddamn day. Like, play something else. I'm ultimately glad you're enjoying yourself. It's just, it's so monotonous. Oh! The battle mode in Superstars. Yeah, I probably heard this track once. Because I think there was an achievement to do battle mode stuff. So I did it, like, exactly as long as I had to. And probably heard it, like, while listening to the soundtrack on YouTube or something. I don't like hunting for the glitches on this stage. They're too... The ones in Cyberstation are, like, on the main roads. You, like, they're pretty easy to find. A lot of these feel like they're off the beaten path, which is making this take forever. Fuck you. Fuck you. What? Right. Chunky. Frank. Every now and then there's one here that's in the middle of the road, but... I mean, is that true? It didn't sound like you were having a bad time playing Animal Crossing and Monster Hunter. Sounded like you were enjoying those a lot, too. I think you need to have a Crossworlds intervention soon. I know I joked at one point that you can't go for, like, more than an hour before getting itchy and needing to play more Crossworlds, and it's like, jeez. Wait. And ultimately, that's fine, but, like... I get frustrated when we're talking, like, having a conversation, and then you chime in with just how much you like Crossworlds and how much you can't wait for the next festival, when the last festival ended 2 days ago. It's just kind of like, it's just monotonous. And I feel bad for calling it out, but it's either that or continue to ignore every time you mention it, because I don't have anything to comment on about it. And I don't want to do that. But otherwise, it's like, oh, Riley's talking about Crossworlds again, I guess I'm just gonna stare at the wall. Oh my god, this is going so slow. Jackpot. jackpot. Holy shit. Superstars battle mode is a wild pick. Like, why were they like, that's the music we need to use? Why not just use, like, Bridge Highway, or whatever the first stage is called? It sucks so much that they can't... like, they should just buy the rights to Sonic 1 and 2's music, and just call it a day. I guess they don't want to spend that much money on it, and maybe it's not that simple. But it sucks that they just, like, can't use that music without... like, maybe not without licensing, but probably royalties is probably the bigger issue. So they only want to use it for, like... select circumstances. Like, I think, like, Generations and Mania was, like, worthwhile reasons to be like, yeah, we'll spend the money on that. But then, like, it's not present in this, it's not present in Rumble. I really want to play more Rumble. This has made me want to give Rumble another look. And I do have it on my to-do list to check to see if the mobile version has proper controller support yet. Fuck. Mode nobody played. Yeah, like I said, I did exactly as much as I needed to get the achievements, and that was it. And even then, I think I just did it with bots. I liked that it had, like, metal character customization. Like, that was pretty neat. But it also was definitely a... why is this here? I feel like the multiplayer in Superstars in general was very much like, why did you spend resources on this? But then maybe that sells people. Maybe people think that's a really cool idea. I think multiplayer in a platformer is already terrible. Unless it's like online, so it can be like that you're not synced together constantly. But being, like, stuck on the same screen is fucking terrible. I hate it. And I hate it in New Super Mario Bros., where it's a slow-as-fuck game. Why would I like it in a game that's really fast? Like, that seems even worse. I never tried Superstars multiplayer, but I can't imagine it's great. Again, like, multiplayer in, like, a game like this would be kind of neat. Because you're not restricted to the same screen. You could be off doing your own things, completing different objectives. Like, that could be interesting. In fact, I'd like to see more co-op games like that. What was the name of the, There was an open world game that Eno and I played that had co-op. Atlas Fallen? Is that what it was called? Something like that? And that was interesting in that regard, because we were doing co-op, but we were often in, like, completely different parts of the world, just exploring and looking for just random shit. Which I think is something more games need to try. The co-op, but you're kind of split up and doing different things. I think I pitched the idea once of they should make an online multiplayer Pikmin game where you have like a real big area and you can all just kind of split up and go in different directions and look for treasure. I think that would be super cool. I think that's part of the appeal of why games like Minecraft and Pal World have like like the co-op servers where you're playing together, but you're kind of off doing your own thing most of the time. Because it's a really cool concept. I think more games need to tap into that instead of being like sweaty multiplayer, sweaty competitive multiplayer experiences that we have too many of. Is maybe a take that people aren't ready for. You know what your next armor and rise should be? It's been too long. I don't remember I wouldn't remember what to recommend. Especially for you're probably playing Greatsword, right? I don't know what armor Greatsword would want. Charge speed and shit, probably? I don't know off the top of my head which armors would have that. For some reason, I specifically remember that Anjanath has Slugger. Like, I don't know why I remember that, but I do. But I don't think that's useful for you, I just remember it. But yeah, you probably want, like, charge speed and quick sheath, probably, and, like, what is it, punish draw? Is that the one that, like, your unsheath attacks have increased crit or something? Like, that's just, I'm just spitballing. It's very much a New Super Mario Bros. Co-op is popular decision. Was it? I played co-op in New Super Mario Bros. Once and I hated it. Like, it was not good. Like, do people actually like that shit? That took so long that I have new challenges. I don't know how I feel about that. Alright, so fucking hoverboard tricks still. Rings, Chaos Orbs, Sky Rings, hoverboard tricks. I'm tempted to dump the hoverboard tricks, because I don't really want to do it. Well, I guess let's go back to Racing Hub. I still have to do races anyway, for, like, daily things. I mean, like I said, like, I misspoke when I said play something else, because ultimately you don't have to play something else, it's just talk about something else for me. It just feels like such a non-interaction at this point. It's the reason New Super Mario Bros. Wii is so fondly looked back upon, despite having middling stage design compared to others. Yeah, I think New Super Mario Bros. DS is okay. I think it's, like, above average. I didn't play 2. I played Wii and thought it fucking sucked. And I played U and thought it fucking sucked. But this is also from the perspective of someone who doesn't like 2D Mario games. To be fair. Like, if I had to pick, like, if I had to pick 2D Mario games that I actually think are good, it would probably be Mario 3, Mario Land 2, probably Wonder, and Wonder is still, like, on the lower end. Like, when I tried to play it a second time, I got bored super fucking fast. But at least I didn't hate it. Like, boring is better than I hate it. And probably the first new Super Mario Brothers, which I think is fine. But even then, again, it's kind of boring. It looks like a bisected Motobug that has wings taped on, kinda. Someone isn't up to date on the comics, I see. Because this and the character that gives it to you is comic stuff. And it's bugging me that I can't remember his name. Holy shit, why can't I not remember that character's name? I'd go look, but it's gonna be faster to just Google it. Phantom Rider, there it is. I knew it was something Rider, I couldn't place what it was. Are these done? These are done. And yeah, I caught up, on those 2 days off, I spent some time catching up on those. I grabbed Comixology for a month. I read the ones that they had that I hadn't read yet. And then there was like 4 left that weren't on there, and they were like $2 each, so I just bought all those and read them. And then I subscribed, so now I will keep up with new releases. I don't understand how boosting works, because sometimes you don't get credit for it. It's weird. Alright, so I need 5 more races. I still have to knock out some time trials. I finished the time trials in Cool Edge, so it doesn't really matter what I do for time trials. I can do literally anything. I went the wrong way. Where's the time trial here? There it is. Run it. See, I feel like these time trials are the closest this gets to, like, the more traditional, like, Sonic make it to the end of the stage design. Like, I think these are pretty good. I feel like it's an incredible take. That the more I think about it, the more it would not be a great idea. But low-key, this game makes me say, like, they should have these developers make a Sonic Adventure 3. Because, like, if this works. They maybe don't understand stage design. But, like, the gameplay works. Oh. I thought that was busted as fuck. Skirt. Oh, we gotta do one of these. Equip that. Level him up. Oh yeah, we have to... Oh, no, I did change this back already. Never mind. Okay. So this time trials are done. Should I just complete the races, I guess? Just get them done. These can get really monotonous, especially when I pretty much exclusively have to do Metal City right now. So are you still working through Ape Escape tonight, Nerdist, or are you fully on Final Fantasy XIV? Oh, I don't think... Do I actually have to do tricks right now? I don't think I do yet, right? I have to finish the boosting first. Oh, by the way, Riley, because I just thought to check. I was checking to see if any of the Sonic stuff is on sale on Switch right now. There is a demo for Frontiers. Although, keep in mind that the Switch version is not pretty. And I think the demo is, like, one of those you can play it for 30 minutes kind of things. Which isn't the greatest kind of demo, but it is there. I know you said it was, what, Mania and Frontiers that you were interested in picking up? There was, Sonic and Shadow Generations is on there. That has Switch 1 version too, right? I think. Because that was the first one that Sega was like, oh, we're not going to have an upgrade path, which was weird. He done. Unfortunately, not very good. Trying to decide if... do I want to grind out the boosts at the skate park or do it here? I think I want to do it here. Because I can only get these things of scrap here. And I still need a fair number of those. I guess I need to start looking at the events and question, like, what do I not want to save until last? I did start making a list in a notepad file to keep track of. So, Green Hill's done, Lost Valley's done, Emerald Hill still has the tornado missions. I don't think I need many more. City Escape still has those gladiator missions. Which, that one's gonna be a grind. I definitely don't want to save that till last. But, more on that later. Hilltop still has the Neo Metal Sonic fights. I don't think there's many of those left. But it still might be grindy and monotonous. Speed Jungle, I still have to just collect shurikens, which I can do on auto run, really. No Place is done. Motherfucker. Every now and then that happens, where I thread the needle and miss all of it. This thing controls just so touchy. No Place is done. Cyber Station is done. Metal City, I still have to collect air. I have to collect scrap, which I'm doing now, and I have to rescue animals. I also have to find those hidden letters. I've found 3 of those. Did I still get first? I thought he beat me. So I still have a lot to do in Metal City. New York City's done. Space Colony Arc, I still have to get the files, and I have to finish Metal Sonic, which I think... or Mecha Sonic, rather. The files are kind of a priority, because that unlocks Adventure 2 Shadow, who has the Chaos Spear, which will make it easier to do the Gladiator thing, I think. I think having a ranged attack for defeating Badniks is going to make that a lot more comfortable. So I want to do that before I do the Gladiator thing. Unfortunately, I still need many of them, so... Gray's portrait being generic Roblox that is inexplicably funny. It is goofy. And hey, I changed his hair, because the default hair was really, really bad. Radical Highway is now done. I do have the bike. Pumpkin Hill, I still have to defeat ghosts. One more race, and then that's... I can stop with these if I choose to. Autumn Forest is done. Metro City, I have to collect metal scrap. No, I have to boost on the Extreme gear now. Cool Edge, I still have to collect orbs. I think I finished the time trials. Kronos Island, I still have to get gears and just bits. Pixel Green Hill, I have to close glitches. Cool. Did I finish the scrap on the last race? It's not giving me the pop-up for it now. I may have. Yeah, like, sometimes the boost counts, and sometimes it doesn't. It's weird. That looks like the Middle City you remember. Your friend played Riders last year and looked completely different. This is not. That's not Metal City. Having played Riders a couple of months ago, like, that's not, like, that... This looks completely different. Okay, send me to... skate park. Am I done with scrap? Because that would make me happy. I could just finish animals while I'm here. The letters I might have to look up. That's something else I'm trying to decide if I care to... I have to figure out... Where do you see awards in this? Because there are achievements, but I don't know where... I don't know how to look at them. Oh, I guess there's a race thing over here, too. I do still need metal, it just wasn't popping up for some reason. I need about 200 more. Anyway, I don't know if... I might try to go through and find all of the music. And by find, I mean probably just look up the ones I'm missing. There's no shaders in this game, so that's what makes this look completely different. I mean, it's the same layout. What was I saying? I'll probably try to go back for all of the music. I don't know if I'm going to obsess over getting all the red rings, because I'm sure there are videos that show where all the red rings are, but there's 25 in, like, every world. There's, like, 17 worlds. Like, that's gonna take a very long time to comb through all of those and find all of them. Alright, I think I need one more of those and then the scrap is done. So I'm just gonna finish it. Just gonna get it done. And then I think that was the last one for Storm, right? I mean, unless your friend was playing a different game. Because I don't remember what stream it was where we played Riders at the end of it. But like this is the course. But this doesn't look anything like it just because of the lack of shaders. And it's probably a lot lower poly as well. Is it that if you, like, boost while you're already boosting, it doesn't count, maybe? I don't know. Ow. Hey, look, Storm. Okay. I think I'm gonna go knock out animals. Which, out of context, sounds bizarre. So yeah, that's done. And then I still have to boost a lot. I do have to get air, but... Okay, I'm just okay. Oh, okay. Okay. See, boosting is so, like, counterproductive to actually, like, picking stuff up. You kind of don't want... This thing's so hard to control, you don't really want to go fast with it. Or at least I don't. Eh. Whee! It's been 20 years. Yeah, I thought it was pretty funny when you said that you want to see them just put all of the Riders' tracks and music in Cross Worlds, because it's like, do you want that? Do you even remember them enough to know for sure? Or is that extreme nostalgia glasses speaking? Not to say that it would be terrible. Oh. Yeah, I saw that I got another Badnik one. I think I'll wait and I'll go do that in the Gladiator thing then. I don't think I want them to just port any tracks over. Even though that would just mean more tracks. I'd prefer the reimagining that they've already done with the returning tracks. I just want more tracks in general. Waiting, like, 3 to 4 months for one new track is kind of agony. And then, like, because of the way the festival works, you get sick of the new track pretty much immediately because you have to play it 137 times in one night. Did they get tracks and riders? I don't remember that. The two Riders games kind of blend together for me, though. And tracks, for the most part, I wouldn't say I remember much. Minus the ones that, like, I semi-recently played. I don't understand why you would AFK here. With the exception of, like, needing the grind points. Autorun has to be a better way of getting... of building experience. Unless you just need steps, I guess. Because you want to, like, boost your character mastery. Even then, I feel like it would be better to do it in Autorun. Yeah, I think the new track is good. It's just I got sick of it so quickly. During the one session I played off stream, I think I saw it like 13 times in a row or something. Like, it was an abnormal amount of times. And by the end of it, I was like, I don't want to ever see this track again. Like, I'm so tired of it. Even though it is a completely fine track. But yeah, I think, like, part of it is I maybe just don't care about crossovers all that much. Like, yeah, I want to see more Sonic tracks or Sega tracks in general. And I can only, like, hope that that is going to change, and that they've just already had things in development for long enough that they haven't been able to, we haven't seen the pivot yet. Because I do feel like it's a thing that a lot of people want to see, is more Sonic characters, more Sonic stages. So I don't think we're in the minority on that, but I guess I could be wrong. I did it. Okay, so that's done. I hate that the camera freaks out when you're on a board for whatever dumbass reason. Crash Team Racing Remake had the same issue with its equivalent to festivals introducing brand new tracks. Oh, instead of returning stuff? Or you're saying in regards to, like, pacing, that it just took too long for new tracks to be released. Yeah, like, ultimately, like, I have my gripes with Mario Kart 8. But they kind of spoiled us, giving us as many tracks as they did as quickly as they did. Because it was probably the same weight as Crossworlds, but we got, like, 6 tracks at a time? I think? Was it 6? Alright, I'm just gonna hold on to your frame rate. I'm just gonna start... No, not frame rate, bit rate. I'm just gonna start mashing this until it's done. Oh, I guess that's one thing about this, is I could just do this. No, it doesn't count when I'm grinding. So I can't do that. Is that what it is? That it doesn't count while grinding? That's odd. Okay. But sometimes it does. I don't know. Ow. So that's where the wall is. Okay. Oh, everyone picking new track con. Yeah, see, again, like, Mario Kart 8 kind of didn't have that problem because at least there was 6 tracks that people were picking constantly. So it was still a bit of a problem, but not as much. It didn't wear you down quite as quickly as when it was just one. And it was like you had to wait for them to even show up in the roulette, too, so... It's amazing that they missed on Mario Kart World as much as they did. It's amazing. It's still amazing to me over a year later. Alright, so now I have to do tricks. I think. Oh, right, because it doesn't give you credit until you land for some reason. See, this is a good example of how I don't like that the missions are, like, incremental. that I can't just do all of them at once, because the next one is to then beat Jet more, and it's like I could be doing that while doing this other stuff. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, we're fine. Because you get good air in that race, so that would be a good place to just farm tricks. I guess I want to just use this half pipe here. Nope, because it fucking launches you. No, stop. God damn it. Oh, they're just rings. I thought I saw something down there and thought it could have been one of the letters, but it is not. I don't know where the fuck those things could be hiding. I think the ones I found were, like, pure luck that I did find them. Yeah, I mean, like, they have technically done updates for Mario Kart World, but they've been completely meaningless updates. I can't decide if it's either they're planning a big paid DLC expansion that's going to be like $40, or they're not planning on updating it, period. And I feel like that's a coin flip. Like, that could be either direction. I feel like it's completely possible that they might just not update that game, and they never had any plans to do so. Which is just fucking crazy. I still believe that Mario Kart 8 was, like... A sequel to Mario Kart 8 was one of the easiest projects they ever had to do, and they somehow messed it up. It's crazy. Like, how did that happen? What was their plan? Did they not want to create another monster like Mario Kart 8? Like, maybe that's it. Maybe they were just like, we don't want to do that again. Which, to a point, I can kind of understand. Because then they would have been forced to do updates for that for the next 7 years. Yeah, I think the open world and all the parkour just takes away from the game. I see that they were trying to they were trying to be Nintendo and do something different, but I think it swung and missed. I guess I don't have to finish this right now. I got the challenge. Railgun points. I don't think I want gun robots because I don't think I have enough attack to actually do it. Still, somehow. Railgun points is one of those annoying ones that is like a self-fulfilling thing that they made it super grindy because they knew that people were just doing this to grind it out. So they were like, well, we have to make it an unusual amount of points because people are just idling it anyway. But that often makes me not want to do the challenge because it's just... I could either do this and be bored for a couple minutes, I guess take a bathroom break, or I could wait for it to slowly grind out on its own, which is just going to take forever. Oh, yeah, I got more... Holy fuck, where the fuck did I get these guys from? Oh, there you go. Did I get anything here? I don't think so. Oh, stretch break. Ugh. Stop wigging. Holy shit. Alright, oh, wrong way. But yeah, ultimately, if I just want to sit down and do races, I would probably still do Mario Kart 8. If I had to pick a Mario Kart game and I just wanted to race, I'd probably still pick 8, just because of the sheer number of tracks. Alright, I'm gonna... There's no auto run here. So you can just chill and enjoy the music for a minute. I am going to take a quick bathroom break. Eight also has a better character roster. Kinda, which is crazy because 8's default roster was fucking garbage. But it did wind up being better in the long run, I think. World has some wins in regards to characters and skins, and I hate the kart customization in 8, so I was really glad to see that gone, but anyway, I'll be right back. Cookie's the chicken, right? Clucky. Almost. Give me them files. I might try to finish up this set of challenges and then pivot to Splatoon. I do want to play more of that. I do think it's going to be really grindy, but... Yeah, they still have so much health. And they just knock me away constantly. And I think they have pretty aggressive health regen, too. That's like a crazy amount of health. What is this vile censorship? Was it originally Cookie? Oh, Khezu armor, but he's such a fuck to fight. He really is. He's awful. I used to be a pretty big fan of Khezu, but he is, in fact, awful to fight. He's one of those ones that I'm really over it, and I just, like, never... If I never have to fight Khezu again, it's too soon. Where in the fuck am I? Where did it send me? I know that I was on the rail the whole time, but... Oh, maybe I'll try and knock out this next rebirth. We're getting close-ish on that one. Yeah, they would bring Khezu back. There's like... So I'm already hesitant about the expansion because the sales pitch for it was basically like, hey, you like Elder Dragons, right? But if the first, like, 5 new monsters we fight contain, like, Khezu and Uragan, I'm gonna be like, I'm done. I'm not doing this. Uragan is another one that I like, but I'm so fucking sick of fighting it. And Baroth. Baroth's another one that's like, I like him, but like, goddamn, am I sick of fighting him. Yeah, Uragan wasn't in Rise, and he wasn't in Wilds. Baroth was still in Rise, right? Was Baroth not in 4? That doesn't sound right. I thought Baroth was one of those ones that's like, he's been in every single game I've played since I started playing Monster Hunter. They need to bring back the cool stuff. Like, they need to bring back, like, Nibblesnarf and Agnactor. And Zamtrios. Duramboros. Instead, post-game Wilds was like, here's every monster from Monster Hunter 1 and 2 that you fucking hate. You're welcome. You know, maybe what I should do for, like, the next Monster Hunter, if I have hesitations about it when it first comes out, maybe I should wait and play it once the expansion comes out. So I get a, like, fuller experience. I don't know, waiting that long might be tough, though. So these I'm still getting double credit for. At the very least, wait until the first title update. Yeah, I'm kind of just thinking of, like, maybe the next one I won't play at launch. Unless it just looks really sick. Like, if I'm just right away like, oh, this looks really cool and I can't wait. But if I'm on the fence, it might just be like, I'm gonna wait. Wait for it to go on sale when all the title updates are out. And I'm still frustrated over that, and I don't know what I can fucking do about this. I'm still frustrated that, like, streaming Generations went very well. And then after that, like, Monster Hunter became super mainstream, and I, like, got left behind, basically. And now all the Monster Hunter streams do very poorly. Which is just disappointing. Because I'd probably play more of it if it wasn't for that. But I think, like, Generations was the last time I streamed it and had people that were like, hey, can I play? Like, people popping in just because they wanted to play multiplayer with people. That didn't happen in World or Rise or Wilds at all. Which is just very disappointing. Oh, there's a red ring right there. Look at that. I don't know, there's a lot of streaming stuff that's kind of been stressing me out lately, to be completely transparent about it. I think one of the bigger ones that's really been frustrating is that when I streamed Sonic Mania for the marathon, Mania did really fucking well as far as viewership goes. The viewership for Mania was crazy. It was like 3 times higher than anything else I've streamed all year. But I also am out of Mania. Like, I can't continue playing it. There's nothing left to do. I'm gonna get bored if I keep trying to play it. I keep trying to tell myself, like, suck it up, treat it like a job, and, like, learn to speedrun it, just in the interest of streaming it more. Maybe do what I'm doing here, where, like, I could do, like, a run of it and then pivot and do something I actually want to do. But on the other hand, it wasn't really causing growth. We weren't getting anyone, like, new in chat talking. Like, there wasn't a boost to followers and subscribers or anything. It was just the view count that was higher. Which is ultimately, like, how much does that matter? I guess it's better ad revenue. But that's about it. And that's not really all that important. I even thought about checking into Sonic Mania mods. Just to be like, well, I can play Mania more. But, like, I know I'm not gonna have fun doing mods, so... Are all of my... challenges done? With the exception of I probably still need rail grind points. See, I didn't like the deviants in Generations. That was kind of what killed it for me. No, that was right before Generations came out, really. You don't know how single game streamers do it without being completely bored. Yeah, there's some games that, like, I understand. Because there is just... So, typically multiplayer games, it's a lot easier to carry those a lot further if you're grinding the ranks or you're playing with viewers. Because at that point, the game is secondary, especially if you're playing with viewers, because at that point your focus is hanging out with chat. And like early days when I was streaming Splatoon 2, that was like I was just on autopilot and just talking to chat while playing a video game. Same with Mario Kart 8. Like that was kind of the appeal of those streams until it started to die off and no one wanted to play it anymore. And really, it's a lot of people that only stream one game probably are bored. They're probably treating it as a job. And I don't think that's something I could do unless I saw results. And then I could probably suck it up and do it. Like, if the Mania streams were also bringing in a ton of new followers and, like, regular chatters, I could probably justify doing it, like, once a stream. Or once a week. And being like, okay, we're just gonna do the obligatory Sonic Mania stream because it's good for channel growth. And then the rest... Or do the thing where, like, okay, I'm gonna do a run of Sonic Mania and then I'm gonna play something else. And try to, ideally, get people to stick around for the something else. I think I just found a nice little loop to do here. I said and then immediately went in a completely different direction. I think was I just going this way? As soon as I started to think about the loop, I lost it. Yeah, there we go. So just go straight until you get to the rail. Yeah, a lot of these stages include, like, a lot of the Adventure 2 stages, because Radical Highway did it too, where it has, I can't remember the name of it, but Tails' version of Radical Highway. These developers definitely know their Sonic. I think it's just they don't get a lot of funding, I don't think. But yeah, it's something I've never quite found, that, like, I basically need to find a game that I can stream that I like, and also builds the channel. We need more Nerduses, to be blunt. Which before I would have said we need more Theos, because he was the last, like, new consistent viewer that we got on YouTube. Which was fucking 5 years ago now. Like, that's how slow YouTube was. Okay, I got the other trails. But I need something that actually gets people to stick around. Because I think Mania was getting people to click on the stream, but they weren't actually, like, staying. And that's the part where I'm just like, I don't get it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think they're also working within the restraints of what Roblox can even do. That's fair. Badnik Destruction. I'm not going to do gun robots. They take too much to kill. Or so close on rail ground points. And I still need more Badniks. Okay, so we're going to do another lap here. Not even really giving a shit about... I mean, I still need the files, but... It's 25 already. You're 25 already. That. Alright, we're gonna do a quick Mecha Sonic run. And then I'm gonna go to City Escape and do a Gladiator run for the Badnik kills. Maybe 2, because I think that one challenge was 100 Badniks. Well, that was something. That was new and interesting. Would you stop it? This boss fight really sucks. Because he can just choose to not give you an opening. Which is not great when you're timed. I think boosting through him does more damage. No, that also does 5 damage, I think. It's a little bit more reliable to hit him. Fuck. Too fast. And I still don't know what to do against this attack. I thought it was just boost and he would, like, run into you and take damage, but sometimes that doesn't work. And his aim is very good, so I think, like, getting out of his way is not really an option. And he didn't take damage. Sometimes he does, but sometimes he doesn't. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. Okay. Am I taking damage there? Should I turn around? That seems really awkward. Fuck. Oh, okay. He just comes from wherever the fuck he wants. Yeah, I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that. That seems highly anti-player. This is like the one thing that I'm kind of like, well, this one really sucks. The other boss fights and such are pretty good. This one's horrible. And then, yeah, once he gets low, he just starts spamming this. Oh, did that do a... No, he beat me. Yeah, I don't know what you're supposed to do against that attack. That feels very poorly designed. For a second, I thought I did a ton of damage and beat him. But that's not what happened. Yeah, it's going to be really grindy to do, which sucks because I do want that skin. Okay, City Escape. For some gladiatorial combat. Anyway, back what I was yapping about. I think a lot of the problem is I don't network at all. And I probably should. That was something I actually put an effort into in, like, the peak YouTube gaming days. I think you collect pink crystals. That's fucking annoying. So 30 badniks. Yeah, 100. I don't think I can get 100 in one clear here. But maybe. cool. Great start. Okay. What was that? Okay, this is going extremely poorly. What in the fuck? Why is the spin dash doing that? Alright, I have to... Yeah, back to playing smarter. I have to kind of, like, come in from the side, because then I miss the shot. Do you recall, Nerdus, how big was the install for Final Fantasy XIV on Switch 2? It was probably a lot, right? That might be a thing that's gonna hold me back, is I don't have a lot of storage space on Switch 2. I think I'm still using the default storage. That might be something I'm gonna want to upgrade soonish. Because those games are definitely bigger than Switch 1 games are. Networking is, like, going to other streams and hanging out and building relationships, and then I raid them, they raid me. And getting into, like, a group of, like, knowing a group of streamers, like I used to know on YouTube. Basically what happened is once everyone on YouTube stopped streaming for a variety of reasons, I never really met new people. Which really the big ones I think of are... Well, I guess View's a big one, which I think he still occasionally streams, but, like, I don't think it's very often. It's probably at a time that I wouldn't be able to watch usually anyway. Twain stopped streaming, Seven stopped streaming. And that's nothing against them, like, you know, life happens. It's not their fault. Yeah, there's not nearly enough enemies. 117 gigs? There's no way. There's no way. Why does that happen all of a sudden? Yeah, maybe I should... Because I think... For both Star Fox and Splatoon, I had to clear out space. Maybe I should order, like, even just a mid-sized card to stick in there. I always forget what I'm using in the Switch 1. I think it's... I want to say it's a 200 gig, which is, like, probably more than enough. Without it being, like, super expensive. I don't really feel the need to get, like, a 1 terabyte or anything like that. But I think I'm definitely gonna need that, like... Probably, like, before Ocarina of Time comes out, because that'll probably be the next Switch game I buy. Especially if I'm also gonna get Xenoblade 3... upgrade. I don't remember if I have Xenoblade digitally or physically. That might have been one of the last physical games I bought. So that might actually not be that big of a deal, but... I think that's about to start being a big deal, so I should maybe think about doing that. Dude, come on. This is a little bit less tedious with the camera zoomed out, but it is still tedious. One thing about this game, like, I think overall the game feel is pretty good. Like, the controls are good. Combat sucks. Combat really sucks, because a lot of these enemies are just designed in ways that they react faster than you can react. Like, these things charge you so quickly that you barely have time to react. These things shoot projectiles so quickly that, like, if you're coming at them straight, like, even remotely straight on, you're gonna get hit. Like that. Like, combat is not good. Do I have anything else? I don't think so. Oh, right, pink crystals and steps. Okay, so that will hopefully be enough to get me this next rebirth. And then we can stop there and we'll move on. That'll be enough for tonight, I think. Realistically, I probably could play this for another 3 hours. I still have plenty of events to do. But do I want to? Not really. This was enough, I think. Now is probably the point where if I had taken tonight off, I'd probably just be setting it to autopilot and doing something else. Which, realistically, I'm probably still going to load it up on my phone and let Blaze run around and farm rebirths and steps for me. I remember. Okay, I'm actually gonna set this to auto-run for a second. I'm gonna look to see, at this point in the game, I think it's okay to do this. I'm going to look up, are there any other, like, secret worlds that I could be unlocking? What happened? Oh, Jesus, there's a bunch of secret ones. Alright, let's look around here. What's Greenport Island? The following world was removed from the game. It'll come back in the future. Okay. World which debuted in the Extreme Rider Part 2 update. This world is meant to be a hub where almost every feature can be accessed without having to switch between worlds. This includes things such... Why would they take that out? I mean, that's kind of what Green Hill is now. Green Hill Zone Act 1 serves as a tutorial level where players are taught the basics of the game's controls. Currently, it has a very small chance to be accessed when joining the game for the first time. Why would it have a very small chance of being accessed? So, I was gonna say, I didn't see a tutorial level. Like, why does that only sometimes show up? That would have been, like, kind of nice. I would have known about boosting much earlier. Alright, so I found Lost Valley Classic and Emerald Hill Classic. There's Snow Valley, Hilltop Classic, Chemical Plant Classic, Radical Highway, open parentheses, Doom, close parentheses, Synth City, Green Reef, Diamond Terminal. And then it has 2 limited zones listed. Except I think this fandom is overloading my computer, so hold on one step at a time. Snow Valley was the 4th world in Sonic Speed Simulator. It could be accessed by achieving 5 rebirths and completing the lobby located. What is an obby? Because I see it used in Roblox terminology a lot. Short for an obstacle course. That's stupid. After the system's overhaul update... Oh, apparently a lot of the overhaul was just this year. Interesting. Snow Valley now requires 110 rebirths to unlock. However, no rings are necessary. The portal can be found out of bounds in Lost Valley Classic. Okay. Hilltop Classic was re-added in the Gold Eggs Wave 4 Halloween Begins update as Hilltop Classic. It is unlocked after finishing Android Shadow Yellow's quest, which I've done, alongside 225 Team Mastery and 125 million rings. Oh, that's how it originally was. After the system overhaul update, it now requires 85 rebirths to unlock. I love how it says the portal can be found in the same place as before the update. It never specifies where the portal was. So I have no idea where that one is. Chemical Plant Classic. It's the 6th world in Speed Simulator, returning to the game as Secret World 3. Skip to the end. Okay, after systems overhaul update, the Chemical Plant Classic portal is currently placed in Metro City. It requires 96 rebirths. So there's still stuff to unlock. Although a lot of these don't, like, have anything in them. Like, it's kind of just for fun. I think. So is she still breaking on the loop that was breaking her before? Oh, it sounds like Radical Highway Alternative is not in the game right now. Synth City is a secret hub world introduced during RB battles to this access from Metro City and mainly associated with Invisible SPO and RB battles. I don't even know what the fuck RB is. Its primary purpose was to serve as a large obstacle course for players to complete, earning badges along the way. So it is that... It does say legacy content, so that might not be in the game anymore either. Oh, okay. Green Reef Zone is the one I found in No Place. That's the one that requires 200. This Wikipedia is not very good. Diamond Terminal is another one that, like, it doesn't say where it is. It just says it exists. And then there's a question marks zone. A zone rush that comprises the obstacle courses from the previous worlds. It ends with the player going somewhere else when upon completion the player is rewarded. Okay. I mean, it's listed under limited, so that might not be in the game anymore. And then it looks like there was a Lego Green Hill at one point, but that looks like that's also not in the game anymore. So what is breaking her exactly? Let me actually pay attention to it now. So that's neat that there's secret worlds. It kind of sucks that there's, like... It doesn't sound like they have events or anything, so there's really... Oh, she's not hitting that spring anymore. That's weird. That didn't happen before. I wonder why that's different. Can I assume that she probably has enough pink crystals? That's probably done. My challenges are probably good. Yes. Okay. Let me... Didn't I still have trails to do? Yeah, let's get this done really quick. We are gonna go back to just Green Hill, because that's reliable auto. Trying to find a list of, like, all of the, like, worlds that is, like, actually concise. There's plenty of videos for it, but that's not really... Like, I can only find lists on, like, the Wikipedias, and they're all fandom pages, so they're fucking awful. Yeah, that obstacle, the only up section in Speed Jungle was really weird, because that hasn't been a thing anywhere else. Is she going too fast, and it's, like, breaking the auto run sections? Like, what's happening? Yeah, there haven't been any other stages that had big obstacle courses like that. Which was also just extra odd. That it exists in only that one world. Like, I was expecting other worlds to have them too, but they just didn't. Oh, that's 25 already, so fuck it. No one asked. It's fairly common to see other players in this zone. It's the other zones where you never see anyone. Seeing another player in another zone is extremely rare. Except for the skate park, because people seem to use that for AFK grinding a lot. Man, I'm too fast. I think that is what was happening with the auto run. I do feel faster than usual, which is weird. Yeah, it is rare to see anyone at this hour in general. But I guess just because this is where you first log in, it's just the most common to see people here out of anywhere. There he goes. The really crazy one is I did the tornado mission yesterday, and there was another player in that mission, which I didn't even know could happen. Like, I saw another player flying around with their own plane on the rails, and I was like, what the fuck? It's weird, because the Roblox main page says there's thousands of people playing, but, like, you never see anyone. I guess it's instanced pretty well. Why do I feel so much faster than usual? I do wonder about, like, they have that speed throttle that I'm kind of tempted to put on, because sometimes it does get, like, extremely difficult to control. I'm so fast! Like, what the fuck? I'm not usually this fast. Is this something to do with, like... Hey, look, players. Multiple of them. I'll take it easy, Nerdist. Yeah, I'm gonna stop soon and switch over to Splatoon, I think, and see what I can get done there. I would like to get this Rebirth first, but it might be a little too out of reach. I mean, it's not gonna take long, it's just gonna be nothing of interest. Actually, I will go fight Neo Metal Sonic again, because you do get plenty of orbs in that. And I might as well multitask. I don't know if I got any orb credit for fighting the super version. It'd be nice, because that was a little bit more interesting than this one. Oh, my boost meter isn't working. Kind of. Oh, I one-cycled it. Cool. Love that. Hit me with another one? That should honestly might be enough for max level. I hit continue instead of retry. I'm stupid. Because in my brain, I was like, yes, continue doing this. That's what I want. Oh, I actually have, like, a melee attack. I don't think it does anything, but I do have it. I just noticed I can't see his health bar. Alright, I'm gonna sandbag a little bit to try and get to 1600 by the end of this. See how much experience does that last level need? Holy shit. Bap, 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 bap. Ow. End of the song just doesn't hit the same with no instrument, with no vocals. Whoa, I was one hit away. I'm glad I sandbagged a little bit. Alright. The cost for levels has, like, not gone up. That's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. I guess keep giving me experience boost. That seems fine. Okay. So yeah, there's still plenty to do. At this point, I think a lot of what's left to do is going to be a little on the grindy side. So I think that'll be it for this portion of the stream. As previously said, oh boy, big yawn. As previously said, I think, I think very highly of this game. It definitely surprised. Definitely surprised. It has been a good time. If I wind up liking this, honestly, so this new potential format of segmenting the streams and still uploading them in pieces, that is mostly going to come down to how difficult is it to upload the different pieces. I've never tried this before, so who knows how it's going to work. But I might we might see more of this if I continue doing it like that. We'll see what happens. But that'll be it for this now. So I'm gonna try this this stream marker thingamajig. This end of